What's up, everybody? Today we're making a tier list on the best skills in FNAF Hunted. Now, I was gonna do just the survivor perks or skills or whatever, but I'm not gonna lie, there's not a lot, so might as well do the killers. Now, I'm not doing killer abilities. I'm only doing the killer perks. I know they like to group them in together, like killer perks and killer abilities. That's the same thing. Like you roll for the same thing, but they're not. Like killer perks are killer perks, killer abilities are killer abilities. So we're not doing the abilities. Maybe another video for that. This time we're just doing the survivor perks and the killer perks. Where is it? Here we go. So first perk, we got adrenaline boost, as you can see right here. Before I even rank it, I'm just going to read you what it does. Saving a teammate ignites a surge of energy. Gain a 7-second speed boost after a successful rescue. I'm not going to lie, I might be illiterate. I'm going to show you in game what this looks like in proof, so you can see what it looks like. So as you can see, that's the adrenaline perk. Look, I'm gonna be honest. If you're seeing what I'm seeing, bro, it doesn't even look that fast. Like, I barely even noticed the difference. I should have recorded another clip of me running normally and then me with the speed boost and seeing how it is. Bro, it literally looks like nothing. But here's the thing, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna rank this perk real quick. You know where I'm gonna put this? And this is not me trolling. This is being honest. I'm putting this. If you use this perk, you're a coward and you're a disgrace to your teammates. This is one of the worst perks in the game, and it's not because of actually how bad it is. Beneficial wise, sure, yeah, you get a speed boost after you save someone, cool. The problem with this perk is it literally, what's it called? It encourages tunneling. When you use your speed boost to run away after saving the person, what do you expect the killer to do? Chase you? You think they're gonna try to chase you? No. They're just gonna kill the person that you unhooked and or unball pit or whatever, uncaptured, and they're just gonna capture them again. Like, what? This perk is literally so terrible. It encourages tunneling. The speed boost is not that good. Stop using this perk. If you use this perk, you're selling. All right, let's get that out the way. Next. All right, now the next perk we got guiding light. I'm not gonna lie. Here, let me show you right now. Let's read the third one. We're ranking them at level 3. We're not doing level 1 or anything. Each time a terminal is hacked, all other available terminals will be highlighted temporarily. So I'm not gonna lie, this perk right here, S tier, A tier. I'm gonna be honest, bro. Look, I'm gonna put it, I don't know if I can put it S tier. Dude, I'm gonna put it S tier. Listen, hear me out. The reason why this perk is so good, number one, it's just a convenient thing to have. Knowing every time you complete a terminal, knowing where other terminals are. One, it helps you prevent yourself from two terminal yourself, where like there's 2 terminals that the killer can just keep rotating to. If you have this perk, you will be able to know which terminals not to complete because you'll 2-gen yourself, or however people say it in this game. So that's one reason why this is so good, and it's just there's like no downside to having this. Like, it's just so good to have. To be honest though, it's not as effective as the S tier perk, so I'm gonna move it down to A tier. But this perk is amazing. If you're running this perk, you can keep on doing it. Great perk. Alright, next we got SelfCare. Now let me read SelfCare real quick to y'all. I mean, yeah, SelfCare. I'm surprised they literally named it the exact same perk from DBD. That's crazy. Anyways, tier 3 grants you an item that lets you heal for 30 seconds with a 120-second cooldown. The cooldown is very long, but it's a pretty good perk. I will say, here's the thing, right? Because I didn't specify whether this is like with your friends or solo queue, so I'm gonna have to like tell you each one. Like, if you're solo queuing, this perk's like a C tier, like a B or C tier. I'm not gonna lie, there's no point in running this perk if you're playing with friends, a full 4 stack. There's a way better perk that we're gonna get to, where is it, this perk right here, that you would rather use. So there's no point in using this. If you're like with a team, to be honest, you could literally just put it right here. But if you're solo queuing, this is an S tier perk, bro. It's literally the only perk that can heal yourself. And it's just, first of all, being healthy is very important in this game, because if you're not healthy, you know, you hear the big breathing. Like, the killer literally knows where you are at all times on the map if you're not healthy. This is literally what it sounds like. That's POV of what the killer literally hears. So it's so annoying not being healthy. So you got a solo queue. This is a S tier perk. I don't care. Yeah, on to the next one. Alright, next we got Shielded Escape. Let me read this to you, bro. This perk is the same thing with Adrenaline, bro. I hate these type of perks. It's so selfish. Anyway, rescuing a teammate from a ball pit grants you temporary force field protecting you from the next hit. 1.5 seconds. This would be like an A tier perk if it protects you from the next hit until you get hit again. Like that type of thing is not those 1.5 seconds. First of all, if they see that you have this perk, literally all they have to do is like wait 2 seconds and then they'll hit you again. Like there's no point in having this. So even if the killer does try to hit you, it's still terrible. It's still so easy to kill you. Number 2, same thing with Adrenaline. It encourages tunneling. Like what if you have a force field after they hit you? I mean, if you're protected against the next hit, what do you expect the killer to do? Hit you? No, they're not going to hit you. They're going to hit the person that they just captured and put them right back in the ball pit. So this encourages tunneling. Selfish perk. Don't ever bring this perk. If you bring this perk, you suck. I hate you. Sorry, I'm being honest, bro. All these perks that encourage tunneling are trash. Don't ever use them. And even if you do get value out of this, like there's most of the time you're not going to, and like they just wait 2 seconds and then they hit you. What's the point? Stop. Don't ever use these perks. On to the next one. Now, I'm gonna go back to this perk. Actually, I'm gonna put this perk C tier for one simple fact. It does put a force field around you, and one thing that you can do, which most of the time probably won't work, but maybe if you get good at it, I bet there's some people that have mastered this. Technically, if you wanted to, you could get the force field and try to body block a hit for your teammate. Now, nobody ever does this. I've never seen nobody does this. Or I said, bro, I'm so illiterate. I say does this. I've never seen anybody do this, but if you do that, this perk can be a C tier. It's not that bad. You can take a hit for your teammate. But it's, bro, the time is so, the limit for the shield is so, like, small. And I just feel like most of the time you're not going to be able to do that. So if you're using it that way, then I guess it could be a C tier. But other than that, no, it's trash, bro. D tier to me. Alright, so next we have locked eyes right here. This skill temporarily highlights the location of all other survivors for 7 seconds, and this is after completing a terminal. So, you know, it's not bad. It's a cool location perk. Now, if you're playing with a full squad and you're playing with teammates, D tier. There's no reason for you to bring this perk. You can just ask them where they are, and and they're just gonna tell you. So there's no point in running this if you're with teammates. But if you're solo queue, it can be pretty good because you'll be able to know what terminals your teammates are working on. You'll know what side of the map they're on, what gens they're doing, and just stuff like that. So it's a good. You also know where the killer is if they're chasing somebody, because you'll see them running away and not staying on a terminal or whatever. So I'm gonna give it, I don't think it's as good as this one, but it's also, I'm gonna give it B tier. Not bad. Good information perk. Not terrible like this. There's still much better options to run though. I would never run this perk though. All right. Yo, I can't believe I'm about to do this. The next perk we got is Pitfall. Dude, this is such a Chad perk, but bro, anybody that runs this perk is such a Chad, bro. I'm just telling you, bro, this is such a Chad perk. This skill allows you to sabotage a ball pit, making it inaccessible for 60 seconds. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I run this perk every single time. I love this perk. It's fun to use. It's garbage though, and I'm about to explain to you why. So next, where would I put it? It's still better than these perks. Yeah, C tier. I'm sorry, I can't put it, bro. It's like, to be honest, I'm really itching to put it D tier. It's such a terribly designed perk. Now, the concept of taking off a ball pit is fine. I'm not like saying I like that, but it's just too weak. First of all, you can only use it one time, bro. No. That is crazy. Only being able to sabotage one ball pit for 120 seconds for one time is crazy, bro. They need it. If I would give a suggestion on how I would change it, I would probably make it where either give it a cooldown, but make it like smaller, like it's only sabotage for like 10 seconds or like 15 seconds, but the cooldown is like 50 seconds or 30 or something like that. I don't know, but bro, right now it's so trash, bro. You can only use it one time, and the best time to use it is in game. So anybody that runs this perk, save it until end game when the door, you can open one of the doors, and then you uncapture someone, you put the ball pit on it, and then they can maybe escape. But it's like, dude, even if you do use this, with how the meta is right now, the animatronics can literally bring a survivor to any ball pit they want, so it doesn't really matter. So, but it is still, it's a funny perk, I will say. It is a fun perk to use. So, but actually, like, practicability wise, it's trash, bro. Oh, sorry. All right, next we got Healing Hands. Now, before I even read y'all that, Healing Hands is S tier. I'm not gonna lie, one of the best perks in the game, top 3. I'll read it to you though, just in case people don't know. Your Swift Hands mend wounds faster, allowing you to heal your teammates 50% quicker. Dude, this is such a comp perk. So here's the thing, right? If you have friends, if you're playing with friends, this perk is S tier. If you're solo queuing, the perk is still, it'd probably be, it might be like A tier. It might be A tier if you're like solo queuing, but just a roundabout, I'm gonna put it S tier. Dude, this perk is so good. Like, literally, it's so much faster. It's like, I forgot what perk it is in DBD. It's when after you unhook somebody, if you can like heal them like 100% faster. Like, this perk, if everybody on your team is running this perk, you might like actually live the whole entire thing. It's so much quicker, bro. This is such a comp perk. Please bring this perk if you can, especially if you're running the Game Pass. So yeah, this perk is amazing. S tier perk. I actually think it's better than the med kit. Med kit is only good for solo queue, like I said. So yeah, let's get it. Next perk. Next we got Lone Survivor. Oh my god. Oh. Hold on, I gotta do something. Where's the two? Bro, this I spelled Survivor wrong. Hold on. Yo. I spelled Survivor wrong again. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Yo, no, this perk is like a league of its own, bro. No, like, seriously though, no, this perk is so broken. Like, please nerf it, bro. No, this perk is way too good. It is the best perk in the game. Doesn't matter if you're solo queue, doesn't matter if you're playing with friends. This perk is, dude, I'm not gonna lie, anybody that uses this perk and takes it off can experience this. I want y'all to tell me in my comments if I'm right. When you use this perk and you'll use it and you'll be like, oh, I feel pretty good, you know, I'm just doing shit, you know, I don't know. I don't think nothing about it. When you take this perk off and put another perk on and you do a terminal, you're like, holy, love you, Jesus. Holy Jesus. This perk is like, it's carrying me. Like, that's literally what you think when you take this perk off, bro. It is so slow, bro. It is, the terminal speed is so slow when you do not have this perk on. This perk is the best perk in the game, hands down. If you're not using this, just know you're not running a comp setup. This is the best perk in the game. All right, let's get it. Swift Survivor is good. What's Healing Hands is good though too. So please run Healing Hands over it, because even though it's not better, just Healing Hands is just, it's more considerate. But yeah, Lone Survivor is crazy. All right, interestingly enough, next thing we got is Third Eye. Now, as the exit opens, your instinct sharpens, revealing the animatronic's location for 15 seconds. Here's the thing, right? Obviously, if you're playing with friends, trash. You're probably gonna know where the animatronic is if you're playing with your friends, because they can just tell you. They'll be like, hey, he's on me, where, you know, example location. So if you're playing with friends, D tier. But whatever, solo queue though, it's a good information perk. It's worse than this one though. So I'm gonna say C tier. So the only good use that you can get out of this is that as soon as you complete a terminal, you'll be able to walk to the gate and you'll be able to try to open it, and you'll be able to see the animatronic's location. So you'll be able to like stop and like find a hiding spot or run away before he gets to you, and you'll know which one he's going to. But the problem with this perk is that the time limit is so small. By the time you complete the terminal and walk your way all the way to the exit, it's gonna be like done by now. Like the time limit is gonna be done, and you're not even gonna see the location anymore. So Yeah, it's probably the worst information perk. I might put it D tier because, like, yeah, I'm putting it D tier, bro. You're never gonna get a use out of this, most likely. Don't run this perk. This perk is so trash, I think. But hey, you know, if you want to run it, don't let me stop you when I make this. If you want to run these perks, you can. But I'm just saying, you know, it's trash. Third Eyes is trash. Don't use it. Next thing we do, we got Hidden Charge. Listen, I'm gonna say this once. If you use this perk, you are selling. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I better not see anybody in my games running this perk, bro. When I used to see this perk icon, I used to be like, hey, what is this? Because I thought it looked cool. I was like, wait, are these people Chaz? Are they running random perks? That must be what you get when you unlock all the perks. You can choose random. That's what I thought by this image. Bro, I'm about to read y'all this, bro. Even in failure, you remain unnoticed. Failing to decode a terminal will not alert the hunter. Bro, I'm done, bro. Here's what I'll say about this, right? I'll tell you its uses, but before I tell you its uses, you should not be failing terminals on purpose. On purpose. You should not be failing terminals on purpose. If you do, you might want to try a different game because it's not hard, bro. I don't know how it is on mobile, so respect to you mobile players. It might be hard for y'all, but even so, bro, it's only 3 uses. Maybe it feels like 10 uses. Now, the idea, one reason why I would say like you could use it is for rushing terminals, because as you know, when you get a skill check, it pauses the progression on the terminal. So if you were like playing with your friends and everybody was running this, you'd be able to gen rush a terminal without them knowing where you are. But the problem with that is it only has 3 uses, right? Like, let me check it again. It only has 3 uses. Maybe if it was like 20 or like 6 or like 12, because then you could just keep rushing all the terminals and never alert anybody. But it's so small. So yeah, don't use this. You're actually selling more than Third Eye. I would rather use Third Eyes than use this perk right here. Alright, we're done with the Survivor perk section, so if you just came for that, you can leave. Thanks for watching the video. Why did I kind of say that rudely? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. But like, you know, if you only came for the Survivor part, you can go if you want to, because we're gonna go into the killer perks. Now, for killer, the first perk, we got Dim Presence. I'm gonna read y'all this, okay? Because I have mixed feelings about Dim Presence, bro. Dim Presence is, okay, look. Darkness works in your favor, reducing the range of your glow by 30%. This ability makes it easier to creep on unsuspecting survivors. So, I'm not gonna lie, when it says 30%, I thought it would be trash. Like, bro, it's barely gonna even reduce it. I swear when I use this, or when other killers use this and I look at their red stain, it literally like almost looks like it's at 0. Like, you cannot see anything. Like, you almost never see it unless they're like 1 millimeter from some of the walls. There's some loops where you can see it because the wall is so thin, but like you literally almost can never see it. So and by the way, before I rank these, I just want to say there's no reason to use perks over abilities as killer, but like if you don't have them, and just for the sakes of this video, we're gonna assume you don't have any abilities and you're just trying to run a perk. But yeah, Dim Presence, I'm trying to think, bro. Like, dude, it might allow you to like win some chases on some loops. Like if you're looping someone on the fences by Afton's house, it's kind of like it's hard for them to see where you're going sometimes. So overall, I'm gonna say it's like it's better than you think. I'm gonna put it B tier, honestly, bro. It's not that bad of a perk, bro. Like compared to most of these perks, it's not that bad. So like if you compare it to Survivor perks, it's like F tier, but like most of the killer perks are trash. But I'm gonna give it B tier. Sorry for the smacking. I'm eating right now. I'm eating pizza. Anyways, predatory. What did I just open? Get home. Okay. Anyways, Predator Trail. Let's read it. Fresh wound. Oh, I remember this perk, bro. Fresh wounds leave a following path to follow. After striking a survivor, their footsteps become invisible for 3 seconds, making it easier to track them. So this perk is actually a lie. It says like footsteps are shown, but footsteps are not shown. It's like this. It looks like a blood trail. Like, you know how survivors bleed when you hit them in Dead by Daylight? It literally looks like they're leaving like a blood trail. It's not footsteps, or it doesn't look like footsteps. I'm not gonna lie, this perk's like trash. there's like, you should never not know where a survivor is. Once you hit them, their breathing is so loud that there's no point in you running this perk. There's no reason you would need this. You're not gonna lose track of a survivor. If you do lose track of them, all you got to do is just listen, and you'll find where they are by the 3D sound of the breathing in this game, which is such a problem, bro. It's so loud. So yeah, you should never have to use this perk. Alright, next we got Rescue Signal. A rescue won't go unheard. The animatronic is alerted when a survivor has been rescued from... All I need to hear. At D tier. Dude, like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, when the developers were, like, making these perks, when the developers were making these perks, they must have been on the perks. Because, I don't know, like, they're giving, like, perks for basic human skills that you should already know. You should not need a perk that helps you find survivors, bro. You should not need that. You should not need a perk that tells you when someone is rescued. You already know when they're rescued by looking at the middle left of your screen and seeing captured go from captured to injured. Like, bro, what? Oh, don't run this perk, bro. Do not. The killer perks are so buns, bro. All right, next we got Brute Force. Oh, I forgot his name. S tier, bro. Come on now. I'm gonna read you it, but it's the best perk in the game other than the abilities that you can use for the animatronics. But if you don't have abilities and you want to use a perk, this is literally the best perk. Nothing stands in your way. Open doors 30% faster, reduce an obstacle between you and the prey. Bro, this perk is so good. Like, I don't like. There's nothing for me to explain to you. Like, I don't. What do you want me to say? Like, you open doors faster, bro. When they slam it on your face, you get more distance on them because you can open the door faster. So this perk is so good, bro. It literally will give you like 50% of knocks that you wouldn't have got. So yeah, this perk is S tier. On to the next one. Bro, that pizza is so good. All right, next we got listening mode. Now this perk is good, but not in the sense of why you think it's good. It's all. I mean, it's not good. It's all right, but silence sharpens your senses while standing still. Activate listening mode to detect survivors hacking nearby. A distinct sound or notification will alert you both in a survival if they've been caught. It lasts 3 seconds. I wish the seconds was a little more, but whatever. The reason why this perk is good is because mostly when a killer uses this perk, everybody will get off the terminals and stand still. Or if they're running, they'll stand still. So what you can do is you can activate listening mode while you're in a chase, and that will like make terminals go by less quickly because people will be constantly getting off them. And sometimes they might actually even fail a terminal just so they can stand still. Now at higher ranks or like a full squad, they're literally not going to care about this perk. They're just going to move anyways. Like, okay, you see me? What? You see me now? And what? You had to run across the map to get me, so who cares? So most of the time it's going to be D tier, but it's actually not that bad because every time while you're in a chase you can use it, and you can be chasing someone while nobody's doing terminals because everybody's standing still for like 3 seconds. So funny or not, I'm going to put this C tier just because of that one function. But at higher levels it's probably like trash. Alright, next we got Final Stand. I've never seen anybody use this perk. I got it like one time and I re-rolled it because I was trying to get Sugar Crash. It is the rarest non-ability perk though. The hunt isn't over yet. When the exit doors are unlocked, your sprint speed is increased by 20, making your last minute escapes more dangerous. So I haven't seen this perk in action, so it's kind of hard, but nothing leaked, by the way. Do not type leaked. From the sounds of it, it might be pretty good though. I'm gonna say at least A tier, but it could also be S tier perk wise. I don't know if it's brute force because you only get it when the exits are whatever available, but I'm gonna put it A tier for now. Correct me if I'm wrong though. I'm not too confident on this since I barely ever see it, but yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, this is my perk. It's actually pretty more spread it out than you think, than I would think. So I also did try to do it. So yeah, that's my killer / survivor perk tier list. Hope you guys enjoy, and see you guys later.